Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today is the 1968 United States proof set, the San Francisco Mint version of the United States coins. This is one of the most interesting proof sets ever. It's not very expensive, but if you get the right proof set, you could be talking anywhere from $100+ to $15,000+ for some of these coins. So let's talk about them. They only made 3 million proof sets in 1968. 1968 was a transitional year. They hadn't made any proof sets in 65, 66, and 67. In 1964 and before, all the proof sets were made at the Philadelphia Mint. So the proof sets prior to 1965 all had no mint mark on them. This is the first year that they had the S mint mark on the coin. There was a little bit of an issue, and that is, even though this was the first year for the San Francisco proof coins, they were still making regular circulating San Francisco coins. The dime and the nickel have the S on them, and these were circulating coins from 1968, part of the regular coin set. They made the circulating San Francisco Mint coin. They made the proof San Francisco Mint coin. They made the circulating San Francisco Mint nickel, and they made proof San Francisco nickel with the S on it over here. You can tell by the shine, you can tell by the polish, and you can usually tell just by the color of them. This is a proof one. This is a circulating one. This didn't circulate at all, so it's in good shape. Never going to be mistaken for a proof nickel. Same with the penny. And you can tell the shine, you can tell the detail on here. And actually what you can tell on these ones is the lack of detail. The 68 proof coins were all highly polished, and so you have a little less detail on them than you would on many of the other proof coins that came after that. Let's talk about all of these coins individually as we go through them. The proof penny from 1968 is just a really sweet coin. You see it says "In God We Trust" at the top, Liberty behind Lincoln, 1968, and the S down there. You can see the initials very, very well here, the Victor David Brenner initials on the front. And if we flip it over to the back, you can see Lincoln is in there, like way down deep in there, if you tip it like that. And you can see an FG over here for Frank Gasparo, the engraver, of the back of these coins. It says United States of America at the top, 1 cent at the bottom, E Pluribus Unum right above the Lincoln Memorial. They have found some Proof 69 deep cameo versions of this that are worth $1,650. They've also found 3 of these with a double die obverse on them. So look at these pennies, magnify them up if you get one of the proof ones, because they might very well have some doubling on them. As far as the nickel goes, this is maybe one of the best nickels that I've ever seen. It's just a really sweet coin. It's got some nice color on it. Jefferson facing to the left, Liberty here. They've found a number of Proof 69 deep cameo nickels, and they're worth about $140. But if you get down to Proof 68, you're talking about $35. So you have to be really sure on these ones before you send it in. They also had 3 repunched mint marks on these. So you always, again, magnify the mint mark and see if you can see any evidence of repunching on there. And we see a little bit of extra material going through there. If it is, it could be worth anywhere from $20 to $50 or $60. Next up, we had the dime. They didn't make any circulating S dimes in 1968, so you don't need to worry about confusing any S dimes. They were all proof coins. They have found 1 Proof 70 deep cameo dime so far, and that goes for $13,500. If we get this over onto the back, we'll see that this is not a cameo or even a deep cameo. It's a really nice coin, but it's not going to be highly valued simply because it is not a cameo. We do see some pretty good lines on there in the bands, both bottom and top. So this could be worth some money, but it's not going to be worth the big money because it's not a cameo. As far as the quarters, pretty much the same thing on these. If you can get the cameo or deep cameo quarters, you can be talking about the big bucks. A Proof 69 deep cameo, $1,200. In terms of the quarters, they found 3 double die reverses, 3 double die obverses, and 3 versions of the repunched mint mark. And again, this very well might be one of those repunched mint marks. It's certainly one of the messiest mint marks you've ever seen if it isn't repunched. And finally, the $50. And for the $50 in 1968, they found 16 Proof 70 deep cameos. Those are worth $15,500. $500 each. They've also found 3 of these with an inverted mint mark where the top of the S is actually bigger than the bottom of the S. And again, you see this one sure looks like there's some repunching or some messiness in there, but this is turning out to be par for the course, these kind of filled S's for the San Francisco Mint. Remember that this $50 in 1968 is still 40% silver. So this one has a couple dollars just in silver alone in it. So make sure if you ever see a 1968 half, proof or not, you keep it around because of its silver value. All right, well, that's all we have today from the DC Cornwall International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.